Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial of Scale. In this one I will show you how to create a combined test with an adaptive yes-no test plus two rating questions. So we would go here to create and we will write the name of our test. So we write for example, yes, no rating tutorial, and we press confirm. So here in test type, we select our paradigm in this case, which will be yes, no. The system knows that is an adaptive, so here we choose the adaptation method. The adaptation method just check the documentation. We will check. We will take one up, one down in this case. Scenario order, this is the order that the system will follow when a subject will be performing a test. We will set it to auto. That means that we will start with scenario 1 and we will end with scenario n in a test having n scenarios. If we don't select, when we are making an adaptive test, if we don't select this option, we will make it normal. In this case, we want to make a combined. So we said we would press here, confirm this add questionnaire, and we here have the different options. When you are making a combined test, you can have from 1 up to 3 rating questions. In this case, we will select 2. So yeah, we just select 2. And we will set, before adding the samples and everything, we will set the questions. So we go to set. This setting process, it's actually the same as the setting of the questions in a rating question test, which there is a tutorial video. So I will make it a little bit fast. You can see the other video where maybe it's better explained. So these questions will be, we will just invent them. How, and they will see, they will be, how big did, no, we will write, we will ask, how sure were you about your decision? I mean, this question normally makes a lot of sense because it gives you, you can know when they are guessing, and you have some extra information when making an adaptive test. So yeah, I think it's always interesting. The problem is that when you are adding questions to an adaptive test, the test is longer and the subject can become more fatigued. But yeah, just to say. So how sure were you about your decision? We will take, for example, 5 values, and we would write here the one less. Not at all. Not at all. A little unsure. A little unsure. No, not at all. A little unsure. Here, perfectly convinced. Oops. Far. Quite sure. I think positive sounds better. A little unsure, quite sure. Actually, this is the same. So yeah, we will take 4 values. And here positive. Quite sure. we'll make the slider a little bit smaller, and we will add scaling picture from type 1 like this. Yeah, and here this one, for example, how did you find the quality of the samples? And we'll have 3. Very bad, acceptable, and here amazing. How do you write? Amazing? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we have 3 values, so like this. Slider size, we will make it always, like always, a little bit smaller. That's not what she said. And we just press. I remember you can add. Sorry, I'm in a really dry room. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So we can add our own scale pictures. We will not be adding in this one because I want to make it a little bit fast. We can make the preview, but I just said check the rating questions tutorial, because there it's better explained. We will not use example scenario. Ending criterion, you can check also the 3AFC tutorial. There is explained better how to make adaptive tests. So we will set, and these options are explained also in the documentation. So we will just leave it in 20, number of reversals, 3, starting sample, we will leave it to maximum, half step width, we don't use it, repetitions, we will say two per run, pause between samples, no pause between samples, and now we will proceed to add the samples. Yeah, we will select a number of scenarios. We will say 3 scenarios, and samples per scenario. Samples per scenario, as I always say, you can change it. You can change it later. We will just leave it now. We will put like, I think it was 15, and we confirm. Now we import our samples. We go here, stimuli, the samples I prepared. We have 3, so I think here it would be enough. Open. Yeah. So here we add our samples. As you see, while I'm adding them, they are disappearing from the list because you cannot use the same sample 2 times in the same scenario. But when I change from scenario, they appear again. So you can use the same samples in different scenarios. Nope. Here 34. Yeah. 35, 36, 7, 8. There's the automatic sample loading process, which is explained in our tutorial and can save a lot of time when you have a lot of scenarios and a lot of samples. Please check it. Scenario 2, we will start here with up to 250. These samples that I'm adding now, as in any other adaptive test in Scale, the sample number 1 in the slot number 1 from the scenario, it will be the one which will be used as a reference, and the last sample which will be the one which has more, which is more different to our reference. And normally, when you will start the test, if you, for example, selected starting sample maximum, you will start hearing the reference and the sample which is more different to the reference. If you select minimum, then you will start with sample 2. So I'm still adding the samples: 262, 263, 264, and here we will take the samples starting from 100, 101, 500, sorry, 500, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I'm making anything special now, so you could have skipped this part, but now actually I'm nearly done. So it makes no difference really. Did I make 514? Okay, samples are loaded, are signed. We just press confirm, and now the only thing missing is setting the instructions. So these will be general instructions, the ones appearing at the beginning of the test. So we will just write, in this case for each tutorial, something simple. Please make the following test, and we will thank the subject for the participation. Thank you for your participation. So now here in the scenario instructions, we write the instructions that are appearing in every scenario. So in the case of it will be yes no test. So we would ask here the question that will be like referring to the yes no. So we will write, for example, did you find any difference between the samples played? Like he will hear in every run reference plus modified sample. So first reference, then modified sample, and then you ask, did you find any difference between the samples played? He will have then two buttons, yes and no, so he will choose. Please click on the option which you find appropriate. Also answer the questions, because they have questions also, the two questions that we configured. Also answer the questions by moving the slider thumb to the position of your judgment. And we tell him, judgment. It is important to say that you have only 4 lines maximum, so you can you have to check this, not to write too much here. You can write at the beginning of the test actually. So for example, now I would write here the thing of the repetitions, but there's no place, so I would write it to, for example, here. So we just use the same instructions for every scenario. In this case, copy paste, and now we would confirm our test. Set analyze option. This is not actually important to make it now. You can make it in the analyzing part of scale. You can make it now and change it after. So we will not be configuring now this, and this will be configured by default, which is also no problem. You can check also on our tutorial, which I will make about the analyzing part, and where I will explain this. So our test is finished. We just press finish. And we have, and now we would go to perform, and we would see here that we have our yes/no rating tutorial ready to perform. So thank you for watching, and if watch more tutorial videos if you want to learn more about Scale. Yeah, thank you and bye bye.